Assalamu alaikum, family. Can y'all hear me and see me? Let me know if you can hear me and see me. All right, man. We got a black-tastic one on our hands this morning. What is your superpower? So we asked our brother Coach Khan Don, young Khan the Don, to give us a lecture this morning, tailoring it to the youth. You know, I wanted Sister Shireen to invite her son, but I don't know if he's on or not. But we wanted to tailor a nice message for our young people, because we all young in spirit anyway, right? All of us are young, right? But in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who we believe came in the person of Master Father Muhammad, and we thank him for raising up for us the living and exalted Christ, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we thank those two for leaving in our midst the divine warner and guide and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I would like to greet you all again with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. All right, so brother Young Kanadan will be talking about what is your superpower. Now, I don't know what angle he's going to be coming from, but I do want to start with this. As he gave me that title, it made me think about a lecture from the minister where y'all probably have seen the clip that I posted several times, where the minister states, you're so unique. And the minister was basically saying, and I think I said this even yesterday, the minister was talking about, if Allah or God wanted you to be me, he would have made you me. He says, basically, we are so unique and we should utilize our own gifts, discover who we are. We all are individuals. In closing the gap, it states that Master Father Muhammad's purpose is to make us into gods. And because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't have a true purpose before he met the Master Father Muhammad, his purpose became to make us into gods. And because the minister is a student of the student, says in closing the gap, that his purpose is to make us into gods. Now, what is a god? A god is one or a being that's exercising force and power. What is power? The ability to do something. What is work? He said work is force times distance. So when we think about who we are or whose we are, we have to think about why did God create me? What is my aim? What is my purpose? And when we discover our aim, our purpose, our superpower, if you will, then we can find out what our particular lane is and find a place in the world. I feel like a lot of us, especially young or where, we don't know our place. We don't know where we fit in oftentimes. So this is why when you hear documentaries and gang members who doing interviews now, a lot of gang members, that's a lot of money in podcasting now, I guess. So a lot of them are speaking, and a lot of them, when you hear their story, they didn't fit in. They didn't have the love at home. So they found a brotherhood. They found a sisterhood. They found a gang where they fit in. But many times we may do fit in. We just don't know how we fit in. So it's very important. That's why I'm a big fan of, there's multiple ways to, I guess, skin a cat. In this resurrection, right? There's multiple ways to do this. Yes, you got social media, you got boots on the ground, you got organizations, you got individual mentorship. We can't be so bogged down on trying to get somebody to do it the way that I do it. So because I'm, reaching millions on social media, I can't get mad or try to condemn somebody because they not doing social media. And if I'm in the streets, I can't get mad and try to make somebody feel bad because they not doing it in the streets. It's kind of like when there's a protest going on. When there's a protest going on, you got those people who they're finna lead a protest. They finna be in the streets, no justice, no peace. And what you find sometimes, those same people will be outside on their phone saying, why y'all not out there in the street? Why y'all not? But then the very people that's not out there who got big media platforms and that's promoting y'all stuff, y'all need them too. If they was out there, they wouldn't be able to have their whole setup promoting what y'all doing. So y'all really need each other. We need the media and we also need those in the streets. So instead of trying to make everybody do what you do, find your superpower, find your lane. And again, I don't know if that's what Brother Coach Khan is going to talk about, but I kind of wanted to lead with that because I kind of talked about that this week and recently on social media, man, finding your own lane and not thinking that you have to do things exactly how somebody else does it to be successful. You do not have to leave something because you're not doing something the way that this particular person is. God gave you a gift, and it says your gift, not his gift, not her gift, will make room for you. So if y'all can unmute yourselves, we're gonna do something a little different. If y'all can unmute yourselves on the Zoom and give our brother Young Khan, Coach Khan, the Don, the entrepreneur, the brother who got multiple streams, 50 books, 50 workbooks that's going to do whatever he got to do to get you to self-improve and resurrect. If y'all can give this brother a round of applause as he comes on to the digital rostrum and we greet him with Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
More fire, more fire. Yeah.
Oh, Akbar, brother.
Hold on.
All praise is due to Allah.
I think my Zoom audio is off. Hold on. Let me see. Preference. Audio. Check. Y'all say so. Hold on. Wait. I see. Check. Hold on. Let me take this out and put it back in. Hold on. Because we're not going to be able to hear Coach Khan. Hold on. I knew. Check. All right, y'all say something, Coach Khan.
Check.
Man, I can't even hear you. Come on, man. Don't do this today. Hold on. We're gonna get this thing together. Man, it's crazy. So it got the volume down. Why is that?
Everybody else said they can hear me.
We can hear him.
Yeah, I know y'all can hear him, but I can't hear him. And if I can't hear him, that means the stream, they won't be able to hear him. Oh wait, y'all heard him? Y'all heard Coach Khan on the stream?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I gotta be able to hear him too. Hold on. Shoot, why isn't it playing on mine? That's weird. Hold on, let me try to play a video or something.
Some past videos.
Yeah, that video work. I wonder why it's not playing from the Zoom. We try.
We know the devil is busy now.
Okay, there we go. I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Come on now. In my Cat Williams voice, we know that the devil is busy. There is the God side and there is the other side. Now let me. So you can hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you good.
Y'all didn't know I can do impersonations. Come on now. Hey, that's another one of my many gifts and talents. So before I start, first of all, I would like to begin by saying, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah who came to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praises is due forever. And I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his last divine messenger, Messiah, the exalted Christ, the one that God promised he would send to us, that he did send and raise. And if I live to be not 1,000, if I live to be 10,000, I would not be able to thank Allah enough for those two men raising a divine leader, teacher, guide, warner, messenger, Messiah, like an arrow shot from the same bow of God in the person of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And man, I would be remiss in my duty if I did not thank Allah for the three of them for producing a brother like we have in our brother BNX, a brother that I've been blessed to meet. and to develop a friendship with, a relationship with, a brotherhood with, to where he's been my teacher at times and I've been his teacher. I thank Almighty God Allah for his energy, his spirit, his desire, his will to go after the people and help our father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, in raising the 50 million or more dead here in the hells and wilderness of North America and the 4,400,000,000 all over the planet Earth, man. So I am just thankful to be here in 2024 because it was people that started the race in January 2023. Man, they didn't cross that finish line. Some clocked out on December the 31st, 2023. Some clocked out on day one of 2024. So it is in their names that I meet and greet everyone on this call, on the Zoom call, on the power call, wherever you're at, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, wherever you are, if you're on the replay, I don't know when you're going to hear it, but if you can hear the sound of my voice, I would like to meet and greet you in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. And for those that may not be familiar with those words, they simply mean peace be unto you. And if you're so far down in the hood and the alleyways and the ghettos and the byways, if you don't know what Assalamu alaikum is in 2024, I just want to say, what up with it, family? I just want to say what's good. I just want to say what's cracking. I just want to say what's happening. It's time. It's about to go down. That's all I want to tell you. So, Brother Ben, before I begin, I would just like to say, now, y'all, I got to let y'all in on a little secret. Brother Ben hit me up yesterday and asked me, he said, you want to teach tomorrow? This was yesterday, y'all. I text back. Y'all know I stay up all night. As a matter of fact, if the truth be told, y'all, I have not even been to sleep, Brother Ben. I stayed up once you said it, and I agreed, and you said, well, what's going to be the topic? I thought about it for a minute. I said, well, the topic is going to be, what's your superpower? He texted me back, y'all. He said, I like that. I said, oh, the pressure is on. You know, some of us perform better, Brother Ben, under pressure. We like it when it ain't no timeouts left. We like it when it ain't no time left on the clock. And you got to go for it, and you down by 2, but a 3-pointer can win the game. I don't know if y'all saw Doncic with Denver last night against my favorite team, Golden State Warriors. Man, that thing was neck and neck. It was 127 to 127, Brother Ben. It was 3.6 seconds left on the clock, y'all. 3.6 seconds left. They had to take the ball out on Denver's backcourt. They had to get it across the half-court line, and they had 3.6 seconds to shoot it, and they gave it to the Joker. They gave it to Doncic, the big man on the court. This man slung a 3-pointer from half court, and the ball went in, man. I'm talking about sudden death for the Golden State Warriors. My man, Steph Curry, was just standing there chewing his mouthpiece. He couldn't believe it, Brother Ben, because Golden State was up by 16 or 18 points with 7 minutes left in the game. They let Denver come all the way back and beat them at the buzzer. Man, I wanted to take my Golden State jersey off when I saw that happen. But I said, no, I'm going to hang on in there with my team. Now, some of y'all might not watch sports, but I do watch sports because sports teaches us a lot of the guiding principles of life and teamwork and how we can come together and how everybody has a role to play and we all can't play the same position. So I like the mental aspect. I like the discipline that I see in organized sports. Not that I'm just so locked in on sport and play. I just wanted to clarify that because some of us are super Muslims, you know. For the super Muslims that don't watch no football, no basketball, no nothing. Y'all Richard Pryor call y'all double Muslims. You know, I ain't double Muslim yet, Brother Ben. I'm still entry level. I'm still working on this thing. So I'm just saying, for those of you that don't know who I am, I call myself one of the realest Muslims in the game. Oh yeah, man. Look, so if you came to hear all these big 4 and 5 syllable words, I ain't your guy. If you came to hear every other word that come out my mouth be a scriptural exegesis. See, I know that was about 3 syllables right there. Exegesis, a thorough breakdown. If you came to hear something that was going to be the way Reverend Porkchop would give it to you, the way Reverend Toenail would give it to you, I'm not your guy. If you came to hear Imam Alhamdulillah, I ain't the one. I'm the one. I represent Flaming Hot Cheeto eaters. I'm just saying, I'm different, y'all. Like 2 Chainz said, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with the window. See, I'm that kind. I'm the one. When they trying to get the brother that leave his car running at the gas station with the radio on when he go get 10 on pump 5 that won't even turn his car off. They come, hey, CX, they come get me to go holler at him. I'm the one they go get to talk to the people that just got milk crates in their apartment with no carpet, but they got a PlayStation 5 and a 75-inch screen TV and no groceries, but they got ramen noodles in the cabinet. See, all y'all might not know about that, but those, it might be some of y'all on the call. Those are the people that I represent. My name is called Young Con of Don. I'm just saying, pull up to the scene with the window mist. I'm just saying. But our brother 2 Chainz, he's the one that said, I had to sit down with Farrakhan. Yeah, it was Rick Ross that said, Farrakhan gave me my first Quran. Oh, yeah, man. Come on now. The rappers, when they say no pork on my fork, strictly fish on my dish. I represent for them. I represent for the guys. I represent when they say free to wave. Yeah, I represent for the Smack DVD battle rappers. Yeah, that's who I represent for. I represent for them sisters that got pajamas on at 10 o'clock at night that ain't got no business outside with a bonnet on their head. They go in the gas station and they gonna get them Doritos and they gonna put that ground beef on them Doritos and they gonna have the cheese poured on right in the gas station. That's who I represent, y'all. Now, all y'all might not know about them. I'm just saying that's where I come from. Look, Brother Rockman, I know what I'm talking about. I represent the ones that's getting it out the mud. You understand what I'm saying? I go for the ones that y'all scared of. I'm talking to the ones that you don't want to approach them because their pants is around their kneecaps when they outside. That's who I represent. I just wanted to clarify that before we get started. I use words like finna, bout to, on my mama, what's good, shawty. I use words like that. That is a language, in case y'all didn't know. Sister Yolanda, some people did. Some of y'all didn't know that. Some of y'all don't know what on my soul means. Some of y'all don't know what on my baby head. If I catch him lacking, I'm finna slide. See, that's a language right there. He said, can you say something to the youth? Yeah, I'm the one. Hey, look, Jay Perlman, I represent for the one to say, on my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. And if you the sister though, you gonna say it a little different. On my mama, I look good. You gonna do it a little different. I'm just saying, hey, Sister Nani, that's who I represent for. That's what I'm saying now. Now I could do it. Catch my swag. I could do it the way all the other ones do it. If you want the scholastic academia, if you want the one that's gonna give you the dissertation, then you will call on my brother, the great Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Yeah, he the one. He gonna take you. He's the scholar. See, if you want somebody that's gonna give it to you from the legality standpoint, you gonna get my sister, may Allah be pleased with her, the great sister, Dr. Ava Muhammad. You gonna tap into her because she's gonna break it down from the law book. If you want to get somebody that's gonna say Takbir, Alhamdulillah, wa Rahmatullah, you might holler at my brother Sultan Muhammad. If you gonna get somebody that's gonna teach so hard that their skin gonna go from high yellow to cherry red, you gonna get it from my brother, the great student minister Ismail Muhammad, the one that's gonna say, He put the in there at the end, Brother B. And he points and he said, and you, brothers and sisters, He put the in there. See, you can get him. If you want the one that's going to be very diplomatic, that's going to greet you at the door. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. Can everyone please stand for prayer? You might holler at Brother Daniel Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying? If you want it proper like that. But when you get outside, I'm talking about outside. When you playing Lil Mo in the car. Yeah, when you playing Mo 3 in the car. When you want them. When you want Boosie in. Hold on, man. Say, man. When you want the little Boosie audience, I'm saying when you want the ones that's listening right now to Suki Hana. When you want the ones that say, ski yee, when you want the ski yees, then they call me. Look, some of y'all, Sister Monique, you might not understand what I'm talking about. They say ski yee was the hottest song in 2023. Now, some of y'all might not know what ski yee means. I might give y'all translation a little later, but I just wanted to clarify. So if y'all with me, this is what I need y'all to do. If you on a Zoom call, I need you to be able to talk black to me, in the comments. Yeah, see, I vibe off of y'all. Y'all give me energy. Y'all get teed up, as they were saying in Chicago. Teed up mean turn. That mean lit. That mean hype. That mean I'm on 10. That means shouted geeked up. If you geeked up with me, I need, this ain't for everybody now. I need y'all to talk black to me. Sis Khadijah know what I'm talking about with them fresh baked goods. See, if y'all need some cookies and stuff, y'all holler at Sis Khadijah. She got y'all covered down there in Florida. You know what I'm talking about, man? Y'all get with them. But I need y'all in these comments the whole way because we ain't here together. That's what I'm saying. If they come get me, they coming to get y'all too. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can't act like y'all didn't know what was going on. That's why I speak plain English, simple and plain. But the topic for some of y'all that's young, which should be all of y'all, if you call yourself old in 2024, I just want to help you out. The scripture says, behold. That means look at here. That means check this out. But the scriptures say, behold. See, I give you the 2024 translation. Behold, say, bruh. Behold, I make all things new, not old. So I need y'all to stop saying I'm 50 years old. I'm 60 years old. Or I'm an OG. I ain't young as I used to be. See, that's the wrong way because the scripture says, except you become as a little child, you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. I just want to make it so plain to y'all that nobody says, I don't understand. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us to do. He said, make it so plain that even a fool will find it hard to err. So, man, I came on with my black velvet on, brother Ben. I had to get swagged out on you one time. I had, hey, brother Marcus, you know what I'm saying? I had to go ahead and put my bling on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get fly on them one time. The shouties understand what I'm saying. See, I had to throw my Cat Williams pinky ring on one time. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Cat Williams. That's all I'm saying. Boy, that man, he set 2024 off the right way. Oh, yeah, he had a few things on his mind. He had to chin check a few people. I might have to chin check a few people on this call on behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I don't mind chin check. Yeah, man, I'm trained to go. I'm teed up, y'all. So if y'all ready to get into this, I need y'all. Now, Brother Will said it's pimping. So I got to clarify that now. Because we don't do no pimping. And we most certainly don't do no simping. But I like the Pimpin' comedy special by Brother Cat Williams. By the way, did y'all know, shout out to Cat Williams. Did y'all know our brother Cat Williams was a registered FOI? Oh, brother, hey, Brother Ben, they ain't know that. They ain't know that till he dropped that sauce on y'all. He said that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan considers and treats him as one of his sons. Oh, yeah, see, y'all ain't catch that part in the interview. Y'all tried to get straight to the Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer part. Cat Williams, but let me do it in the Cat Williams voice. Brothers and sisters, Cat Williams has made it official that he has been a mighty FOI and got plenty of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In case y'all didn't know, I wanted to make that clear on behalf of our brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's trending, man. The thing got like 11, 12 million views in the first 24 hours. If you have not seen it, I recommend that you check it out. You see, oh, correction. I stand to be corrected. 14 million views in 24 hours because he was dropping truth bombs. And if you ain't ready for the truth, you don't even deserve to be on the planet. We are in the day of exposure. We are in the day of the manifestation of defects. We are in the day where you got to call a spade a spade. You got to call it out. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck and it talked like a duck and it act like a duck, it just might be a duck. So anybody that don't want to get hit by these strays, I would advise you to put your bulletproof armor on. But I would tell you in the words of the late, great Dr. Khaled, to buckle up, buddy. It's about to be a ride. It's been to be one. All right? So I just want to get the house rules out the way. I ain't going to be long, I don't think, but I'm going to be strong. Brother Ben, I put notes together for this one, Brother Ben. Y'all know, normally I'm so good by Allah's grace, I normally don't need notes, but I said, no, I'm going. Yeah, see, I could use words like this. I told you in the beginning. I don't. See, you take the D out and you just say ION''T. I don't think I need the notes, but I want to be so on point. I want y'all, if you got something to write with, it would behoove you. It would be to your advantage to take notes yourself. Because I'm finna drop it on y'all. Y'all gonna like this. If y'all ready, I need y'all to say it like Pastor Troy. We ready. We ready. Oh, no, that was Archie. I think that was old school Archie. Yeah. We ready for Islam. That's what you got to be ready for, because Islam is the only game in town. I ain't know if you knew that or not, but that's the only thing cracking. Everything else. Islam comes after everything else fails. That's when you know you ready, because you tried everything else. Yeah, you tried to go to church for a minute. You tried to go listen to Reverend Porkchop. You tried to check out Reverend Toenail, Bishop Longfoot, Pastor Hamhock. You tried to check them out. You tried to listen to Imam Alhamdulillah. Yeah. While I'm talking about Alhamdulillah, let us give a brief moment of silence and condolence to the family of our brother who was an imam in Newark, New Jersey, who we were informed via the news that our brother was shot down while preparing the mosque or the masjid in New Jersey, I believe it was. I stand to be corrected. Y'all help me out. But I thought it was New Jersey that it happened in. Our brother was shot down and he made his transition. That's why I tell y'all, a lot of people that start this year off, you don't know when it's your last time around the track. So you got work to do, family. You got a job to do. To my young brothers, my young sisters, which is every last one of y'all, because God came to make all things new. You don't know when it's going to be your last time around the track. So you need to leave a legacy. You need to leave something behind of significance that will live beyond your physical body. This is all I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't take life for granted. Tomorrow ain't promised to you. But one thing we are promised by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we will be the winners, living or dead. And Allah is just, and he makes sure that his justice don't sleep. So everybody must be held accountable and called to the carpet for our actions. Nobody's getting away. I don't care if you're 12. If you 12 riding around with the blicky, guess what? There's a price to pay. If you 25 and you scamming, there's a price to pay. Yeah, if you cracking credit cards, there's a price to pay. If you trying to get over on the people in the name of God and religion, there is a price to pay. If you trying to be a gatekeeper and you trying to manage the people on behalf of our open enemy, there is a price that you have to pay today. So I just wanted to clarify that. So with that said, let's get to it. The question is, what is your superpower? Man, this thing, but Ben, it's going to be piping hot right here now. This fresh out the oven right here. What is your superpower? If you think you know what your superpower is, I want you to put it in the comments right now. Because guess what? Everybody got a superpower. I'm talking about the one on here right now that don't think nothing of himself or nothing about herself. The one that feel like ain't nobody checking for you. You have a superpower. But what is it? Do you know? I don't see you in the comments. I don't see y'all talking black to me. So some of y'all might be checking for your superpower. You might be trying to figure that thing out still at 30, still at 40, still at 50. You ain't figured the superpower out. That's what I'm talking about, Brian, right there. BS detection, communication. Yeah, come on, talk black to me. Y'all got superpowers, family. And if you don't know what it is, it ain't a crime if you don't know. But I want to give you some keys. I want to give you some tools. I want to give you some insight to help you to pull it out of you. That's another thing that I specialize in helping to bring the God in you out of you. And if you think you know what your superpower is, my question is, are you operating in that gift? Now look at this. A superpower, according to Mr. Webster, is a special or extraordinary ability that is greater than what is considered normal. I'm going to read that again. A superpower is a special or extraordinary ability that is greater than what is considered normal. Now, I need y'all to keep it a buck with me. I need y'all to keep it 1,000. If you honestly don't know what your superpower is, I want you to put in the comments, I don't know. Because if everybody knew what their superpower was and everybody was functioning in their superpower, guess what? We have a whole lot more money. We will have a whole lot more people in our mosque, in our city. We will have a whole lot more businesses. Oh, we will have a whole lot more people online following behind us. We will be much more fulfilled in life. See, that's what I'm talking about. The real deal coming out now. There we go. If you don't know, just say you don't know. And you could say it that way. You could say, I don't know. Take the D out. Just put I-O-N apostrophe T. I don't know. There we go, Brother Will. I don't know. Now, for those of you that said you don't know, if you still gonna keep it a buck, put your age in the comments. If you don't know, not if you do know. If you don't know, just drop a little age in there. 30. Okay, I see. 41, 38, 40, 54, 62, 52, 51, 52, look at 25. Here's a question for 47, 50. Just think about that for a minute. You've been on the planet all this time, and you have not discovered your superpower. But I got some good news for you. It ain't never too late to be great. It ain't never too late to be great, y'all. You can be the oldest and the coldest. Yeah, you can be 60 and still get busy. You can be 80 and get it cracking lately. That's all I'm trying to tell you. But if you don't know, think about the definition. It is a special or extraordinary ability that is greater than what is considered normal. Now, if you feel like that it is hard for you to figure it out, my research indicates and has shown, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why it might be hard for you to find out. Reason number one, you can't find your superpower because it's so natural to you and so easy for you to do that you think it ain't even no superpower. You think that everybody should be able to do it. You think, oh, that ain't nothing right there. You talking about just knowing how to fry chicken? Who don't know how to fry chicken? A whole lot of people don't know how to fry chicken. It's some people, they can't boil water. They can't make toast. I'm just telling you, some people couldn't boil broccoli to save their life. Some people could not boil an egg in 3 minutes. You think that because you know how to do it and you've been doing it for a long time, that everybody else knows how to do it. So you look past the superpower. You look past the gift. But guess what? Another reason why. Other people notice your superpower before you do. I'm going to say that one more time. Other people know your superpower and they see your superpower before you. I'm going to give y'all an example. If you think you know what Brother Ben's superpower is, put it in the comments. Watch this, Brother Ben. Watch. See, y'all going to type something in here Brother Ben don't even know. If you think you know this brother superpower, put it in the comments. Watch this, Brother Ben. Communication, inspiration. Okay. Come on now, let's talk about Brother Ben. We're gonna put him on the spot. Because to be a superhero, you got to have a superpower. Look at these words, Brother Ben. Some of these words you probably ain't seen before. Being itself. Did y'all know being yourself is a superpower? Oh man, we cooking in this thing right now. See, I gotta help y'all to understand what a superpower is. Look at that, Brother Ben. They talking to you now. Yeah, talk to him. Patient. Oh boy, that's a superpower now. See, y'all think everybody patient. I got news for you. Patience is a superpower. Honesty is a superpower. Being nice is a superpower. Being quiet is a superpower. You just got to learn how to use it. Look at that. Bro, Ben, you probably didn't know you had all them superpowers. They still running it up now. They running it up over there. Guess what? Here's another reason why you might find it hard to find your superpower. It's because you are trying to force the find instead of finding the force. I'm going to say that one more time. You might be trying to force the find. You looking so hard for your superpower that you overlook it. You're comparing what you think you want to be to what somebody else is actually doing, and the disease of comparison starts to erode your faith and your belief in yourself. Oh man, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. You trying to force it. You trying to be America's next top chef, and you don't know how to cook. that ain't your superpower. So when I get done with y'all today, you're gonna have keys to figure it out. You're gonna have questions, you're gonna have dialogue, you're gonna be able to spot your superpower. For all them IDKs, I don't know. That's who I want to talk to. And I hope you're young enough to catch what I'm putting down. If y'all still with me, just put in there, we with you. That's all I need to know. I just need to know if you're with me, because I don't like to be boring. I like to be entertaining. I like to be engaging. Sisters do it like this, Brother Ben. They start doing their hand like this. They start grabbing the air. you know what I'm saying? I like to keep it all the way real with y'all because I want to make sure you get it. Now look at this. Have y'all noticed? We're going to go to Hollywood for a minute. We ain't going to stay long. Look at this. Have you noticed in Hollywood, it's all kind of superheroes. We got Superman. We got Batman. We got Thor. We got Wonder Woman. Shout out to all the Wonder Women. Yeah, we got the Fantastic Four. We got Green Lantern. Y'all come on, help me out now. If I'm missing somebody, y'all put them in there. It's a whole bunch of everybody. We even had a couple of black ones. We had Hank. Will Smith was Hank. We had Meteor Man, Black Panther, Captain America. Yeah, The Flash, Spider-Man. Wouldn't it be nice if you had superpowers like that? If you could just fly? Blade, come on. See, y'all know what I'm talking about. But what about you? You mean to tell me God gave all these people these powers and ain't gave you none? Ant-Man, but being there's so many. Wolverine, the X-Men, look, they can't even stop naming. It's so many superheroes. My question is, why are you not being a superhero where you live? Why are you not being a superhero in your hood? Why are you not a superhero in your house? Why are you not a superhero at your job? It's because you ain't tapped in to your superpower. But we finna check. I'm finna give y'all some of the keys. Now watch this. If you study these superheroes, typically the superheroes, they represent good. They represent and work for the benefit of humanity. And these superheroes normally start out as regular people. Y'all stop me when I'm lying now. See, what's his name? Peter Parker. He got bit by a spider. Then became Spider-Man. Old Clark Kent. He was from out of this world. He got sent to the earth. Next thing you know, he started getting power from the sun. Bruce Banner was just a scientist. You know what I'm saying? He was working, but he was regular. He was Bruce Banner. Then you even had, before Batman was Batman, he was Bruce Wayne. Y'all help me now. Who else? They was just regular people. That's how they saw themselves. Neo from the Matrix. He was working at a cubicle. He just had a regular old job. These people were all regular. In the words of John Legend, we're just ordinary people. They was ordinary people. They were just trying to take it slow. Slow, oh. That's what y'all doing. Y'all trying to take it slow because you think that you are an ordinary person. I got many talents. Hey, Verlita, I can do a whole bunch of stuff now. I ain't gonna bring them all out. I got a lot of superpowers like Brother Ben. That's all I'm saying to you. But look, these people were regular people. That's the point I'm trying to make. Can I get a witness? They start as regular people. Just like you. You started as a child. You grew up. You might have been the baby in the house. You might have been the middle child. You might have been the only child. You might have been the oldest child. But you felt that you were regular. See, Michael Jackson, in the beginning, he was just regular. People was regular. Your celebrities were regular. Steph Curry was regular. Michael Jordan was regular. Barack Obama was regular. Michelle Obama was regular. Beyonce was regular. Jay-Z was regular. Rick Ross was regular. Trick Daddy Dollars was regular. Man, I hope y'all pay attention to this, right? Because I'm going to show you, it's going to get so real to you. If you notice these superheroes, these people tend to follow a pattern or a set of principles or have a framework, Brother Ben, look out now, a framework, a process, a roadmap that I like to sum up in an acronym. I learned this, y'all, in my digital real estate class from Brother Ben and Coach Sean Iden. They teach you about framework. Everything that you're good at, you have a framework for it. Now, what is a framework? A framework is just a roadmap. It's a process by which you are able to get a particular result. The only problem is the only place this framework exists is in your head. You have, there we go. Somebody talking black to me. This framework is in your head. You know how to do hair, but you ain't never wrote it down. You know how to sew. You know how to cook. You know how to dance. You know how to play basketball. Whatever your thing is, you have a framework that makes it work for you. And everybody don't have the same framework. Now, these superheroes, all of them that y'all put in the comments, I studied them and realized they have a framework. We're going to call it the superhero framework. Watch this, y'all. Guess what it is? Usually, the way I like to remember frameworks is I create an acronym. And an acronym is simply a word that's abbreviated that each letter of the word stands for another word. So I put my processes into acronyms. For example, my name is Con. Con is an acronym that stands for killing haters and non-believers. Ooh, that's cold right there. Why? Because it reminds me of what my function is. It reminds me of what my job is. But before I can go out and kill an external hater, guess what? I have to kill the hater inside of myself. You got to be able to kill the hater in yourself because can't nobody hate on you better than you can. You your number one hater. You your number one gossiper. You your number one backstabber. It's you. It ain't your coworker. It ain't the person that feel like you got more money than them. You are number one. You are your own arch nemesis. So I say, I like that. Killing haters and non-believers. I was inspired by Drake because Drake came up. He had an acronym for Drake. He said Drake just stand for do right and kill everything. I said, ooh. I said, Drake, you cold with that one. Well, if you got one, I'm coming up with one too, Drake. Con, killing haters and non-believers. But they call me Coach Con. Check this out, y'all. Guess what Coach stands for? The C stands for I communicate clearly. The O in Coach means I'm going to open you up to opportunities. The A in Coach means I'm going to assist you and hold you accountable. The next C in Coach means I'm going to challenge you beyond your comfort zone. And the H in Coach means after I've done all of those things, I'm going to help you to heal. So you put it all together and you get Coach Con. You see, I put my process right there in my name. I put my framework in my name. Oh, I wish somebody was listening. You need a framework, family. Whatever you're good at, you need to develop your framework. You might want to write that down. You need a framework. You need a process. Nobody just is haphazardly good. You might be naturally inclined. But guess what? Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Back to the acronym, the superhero acronym. Guess what it's called, y'all? Y'all ready for this? I need somebody to put this in the comments. It's called struggle. STRUGGLE. Watch this now. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for this right here. Struggle. You got to put the dots in between the letters. If y'all got, some of y'all might have time to do that because you ain't taking no notes. You think I'm just talking to be talking because I'm making it sound funny and I'm being turned up. Well, there we go right there. Sister Line got it. Watch this, y'all. All superheroes to use and unlock and unpack your superpower or your gift. Guess what you have to do? The S. what does it stand for? Ooh, y'all might not be ready for this right here. The S, it stands for story. Every superhero got a story. Somebody need to put that in there. I need to make sure y'all following me now. Everybody on this call, everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you tuning it in and tapped in and in, you got a story. But guess what? It's two stories you got. It's the story that actually happened, and it's the story you tell yourself. And somewhere in between what actually happened and what you tell yourself shapes and molds your story. But if you don't tell your story, you will not unlock the first layer of unpacking your superpower. That's a key now. You got to tell your story. Everybody on here got a story to tell. In fact, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that if Black people were allowed to tell their stories as other people have told their stories, he said a brass monkey would shed tears. And every one of us is a walking bestseller. Somebody put that down. I am a bestseller. You thought it was just Bruce Banner. You thought it was just Batman. You thought it was just Black Panther. You thought it was just Wonder Woman. No, you are a bestseller, but you cannot be a bestseller if you are unwilling to tell the story. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying out here. Y'all don't hear me. You have to be willing to tell your story. Boy, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot. You got to tell your story. So I need you to think about your story. You notice in every superhero story, you have what seemed to be an okay life. But then we get to the T in struggle. Guess what the T is? All superheroes have this in their process. The T in struggle stands for trial. It stands for tragedy. Y'all name me one of them superheroes that when you find out their story, that there is not tragedy or trial in their life. Everybody got one. Some of y'all got multiple trials, multiple tragedies that you have suffered and undergone. Am I making sense? I just want to make sense, and I want to make it crystal clear to where you understand. But guess what? With the trial and the tragedy that happens in your story, some of y'all on this call have been molested. Some of y'all have been sexually assaulted. Some of y'all have been shot. Some of y'all have been physically wounded. Some of y'all have been mentally wounded. Some of y'all have been burn victims, right? There is trial and tragedy in your story, and you don't like to expose the trial. You don't like to expose the tragedy. So guess what? Your story is one layer of the superpower. Your trial, your tragedy. See, when Spider-Man, when Peter Parker got bit by the spider, that was a problem. When Bruce Banner got hit with the gamma ray, that was a problem. Look, I don't care if I just reach one person. I did my job. But I want you to get this, family. So after you have your trial and your tragedy, if you don't think you've had one, 2024 just started. Don't worry, because the Holy Quran, Allah says that He tries us at least once or twice a year severely. Well, what does a trial do? A trial is a test. It brings either the best out of you or the worst. But nobody escapes being tried. As the Holy Quran says in the 29th surah, do men think that we will be left alone on saying we believe and will not be tried? Indeed, we have tried those before you who were greater than you, so that Allah will know those who are true and he will know the liar. Well, wait a minute now. I thought God, if he know everything, he's the best knower. He's the all-knowing one. He already knows the liar. He already knows who's truthful. But guess what? The God in you don't know. So the trial makes you to see what you are made of. Some of y'all thought y'all was strong till the trial hit. Some of y'all thought y'all was weak until the trial hit. Some of y'all thought y'all couldn't make it out until the tragedy hit. Some of y'all was caught in a house fire and you didn't think you was going to escape, and all the doors and the windows was blocked, but you found a way out. Oh, trial and tragedy, boy, bring it to the surface. Oh, I'm talking to somebody now. Watch this. So once you have your story and your trial and your tragedy, the next thing is the letter R. And guess what the R is in the process? The R stands for response. How do you respond to the trial? And how do you respond to the tragedy? Depending on your response will determine if you can unlock your superpower. Ooh, I'm just talking to the superheroes, that's all. I'm just talking to the ones that know that you thought you was regular. But if you went through a trial and you went through a tragedy and you got a story to tell and you respond properly, the proper response to the trial leads us to the U in the struggle. Guess what the U is, y'all? Understanding. If you can understand why, it helps you to endure what you are going through. As they say on the street, make it make sense. They say the math ain't mathing. Life is life. You gotta make it make sense. How do you make it make sense? You make it make sense based on the story you're telling yourself. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, now once you get to understand, Sister Khadija, guess what? Then there's a G in struggle. Guess what the first G is? Growth. Once you understand and you have responded properly to the trials and the tragedies and the difficulties that come your way, if you understand, as the Bible says, get knowledge, get wisdom, but with all thy getting, get understanding. If you can just dig deep within yourself and get some understanding, this is why I suffer. A lot of times we go through things and we ask God, why me? God, if you listen closely, he says, why not you? Do you think you any better than those that were before you? Do you think that you don't have the right to be tried? You know, when you go to court, you say he took it to trial. If they find you guilty, there's a price to pay. If they find you innocent, you can walk out. How we function under trial, how we respond, and how we go about getting understanding, it allows us to grow with the gift. Ooh, we just unlocking it one layer at a time. Every superhero now, all of them, they all went through this. So if the superhero went through it, why you can't go through it? It is a prerequisite to becoming a superhero with a superpower. Oh, I know I'm cooking, as they say right now. Or as they say, I'm eating right now. If you don't go through this process, you will not get in touch with your superpower. See, look at this, y'all. Brother Ben. When Brother Ben tells his story, he said, I had 20. People don't know I had 21 biological brothers and sisters. I only know 6 of them. Brother Ben says, I was born in prison. Brother Ben says, the first time I saw my father was in a casket. Think about it. And when we heard the story, we related. We identified with his story. We say, man, how did, see, you always want to know how the superhero gonna get out of this one. When you watch Ghost on Power, you wanted to know how's Ghost gonna get out of this one. How Tommy gonna get out of this one? How Kanan gonna get out of this situation? Oh, I don't know about Tariq. I don't know if Tariq gonna make it out. You always want to see how they handle the trial. And if they can successfully understand what's going on, if they understand the storm, Vendale, Nasir, they begin to grow. They get stronger. They become more resilient, more powerful, which leads to the next G in the struggle. This is the process of a superhero. The next G is guidance. You cannot do it alone. Some of y'all think y'all can be great by yourself. You need guidance. Everybody needs guidance, family, because you don't know it all. We don't know the way. Oh, watch how I wrap this thing and bring it together. We're going to unlock it. And once you start getting guidance and instructions to navigate through the vicissitudes of life, through the difficulties, the hardships, the trials, and the tragedies, and you began to gain understanding and you began to grow with the gift. See, once Spider-Man got hit with that spider, he wasn't automatically swinging from building to building. He had design him a costume. He had to have a little logo. All the superheroes, they got uniforms. You need a uniform. You need to put that down. What's your uniform? What you gonna put on every day to go out and face the world? Come on now, I'm talking to the superheroes. You got to have a uniform, family. Your uniform could be courage. Your uniform could be a suit and a bow tie. Your uniform could be a headpiece. Your uniform could be something that serves as a protection of your identity. All the superheroes, they always protect their identity. See, you got to protect your identity because people will steal your identity. They will steal your position. They will steal your idea. They will steal your invention. So you need a uniform. You need a protection for what you discover that's your gift. Ooh, man, I told you I'm gonna be cooking on this thing now. Once you got the growth and the guidance happening, you have an L in struggle. And that L stands for love. You have to love what you do. You have to love those you are called to serve. You have to love the one that gave you the gift. Oh, yeah. Velita, see, I told you I could throw the multi-syllable. I said I wasn't going to do it, but that one just slipped out. Y'all have to excuse me. Vicissitudes, ups and downs, the ebb and flows of things, the hard times, the easy times. If you love it, you can get the lesson. You can learn from it. I hope y'all paying attention, man. See, this how I get you. I be tricking y'all. At first, I be all fun and hyped up, but then I just drop a little bit. Just keep dropping a little bit in that water. Next thing you know, you so deep down in that water with me, you can't come back up for air right away. Because I want you to sit in it for a minute. Once you start to love it, the gift, the superpower, the thing that God blessed you with. See, the Incredible Hulk can't do what Spider-Man can do. Black Panther can't do what Wonder Woman can do. Everybody has a power unique to them. As Brother Ben says, you are what makes you unique. Ooh, once he dropped that on me, I said, oh man, I got to process that. I got to get understanding. You are what makes you unique. Each one of y'all that's listening to me, think about this, that a person like you never was in the annals of history. God never made two of you. You are the only one God ever created. How spectacular is that? And you out here discounting yourself, and you the only one God ever made. Ooh, man, I'm talking to somebody. Then we got the E in struggle. Y'all ready for this? The E stands for empowerment. All of the superheroes have tried, and they constantly empower other people. Or they help them to enhance their abilities. Ooh, every single superhero followed that framework. Now watch this right here. We talking about what is your superpower? What is your gift? And look at this. Here's another common trait among the superheroes. They don't fit in. Did y'all hear what I said? The superheroes don't fit in. Why don't they fit in, Brother Khan? They don't fit in because God made them to stand out. He made you to stand out. And as long as you try to fit in, as long as you try to go along with what's going on, as long as you are not being your unique, original self, you won't be happy because God made you distinct. The same ones that didn't fit in, the same ones that were the outcasts, the same ones that the people laughed at. Oh, when the people saw their superpower. When they found out that you could sing, when they saw that you could dance, when they saw that you could sew better than anybody else, when they saw that you knew how to do hair better than anybody else, when they saw you had a thing for being a fashion designer, the same people that didn't want you rolling with them, they all started singing your praises. Oh man, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking. Now watch this right here. Another word for superpower, family, is a gift. If you ever been given a gift, I just need you to put in the comments, me. In your whole life, if you ever been given a gift by somebody, your family member, your significant other, your sister, your sibling, your boss, almost everybody on this call has received a gift from somebody. Now I'm gonna back up a little bit. When you get a gift, guess what? You don't always like the gift. If you ever got a gift, watch this, y'all. If you got a gift before and you really didn't like the gift, go on, keep it a buck. Just say, yeah, somebody did buy me a ugly sweater one time. So yes, somebody brought me some cologne, man. That stuff was so stink. I couldn't wear that stuff. Everybody got a gift that you didn't like. I know I'm talking right now. It could have been a birthday gift. Some of y'all still celebrating Christmas. You might have got a Christmas gift that you didn't want. In your mind, you wanted a certain gift. You wanted gift A, but they gave you gift B. How do you respond? Oh man, I'm cooking, y'all. About another 15 minutes and I'm gonna be done with this thing. Watch it. Watch how I bring it home. Look at this. When you get this gift and you don't like it, do you tell the person you don't like the gift? Or do you fake the funk and say, oh, this is nice? And you hide the gift. You never use the gift. You never wear the outfit. They got you wanted a Bentley, they bought you a Toyota. you wanted the new Versace, they got you some Brut by Fabergé. Come on now. What happened to that gift that you didn't like? Or better yet, now watch this. Have you ever gave somebody a gift that they didn't like? If you did, just say me. You was off. You thought they wanted this, but you got them that. So you know what it feels like on both sides. Now watch this. God himself is called the giver of all gifts. Is that right? He's the giver of all gifts. But how many of you got the gift, but you wanted something else and God gave you this? You wanted to be light-skinned and God made you dark-skinned. You wanted thin lips and he gave you thick ones. You wanted long hair that didn't care and he made it too short for you to roll with tweezers. Yeah, man. You got mad at God because he gave you a gift that you didn't want. You wanted to be a dancer and he didn't give you no rhythm. Ooh, come on now. Let's keep it real. But remember what I asked about the giver of the gift. When you reject the gift, how does the giver feel? How does the giver of the gift feel when you don't receive their gift? Unappreciated, disrespected. Come on now, Sister Beatrice, you know what I'm talking about. If the person found out that you really didn't like that gift and they saved their hard-earned money to give it to you, they sacrificed to give you this gift and you rejected it. So how do you think God himself feels that gave you a superpower, that gave you a gift that you don't appreciate, that you don't use, that you don't even open it up? Some of y'all been giving gifts and it's still sitting in the package. See, when you said, I don't know what my gift is, and you've been on the planet 25 years, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, God gave you the gift a long time ago, but he wrapped the gift in your story. He wrapped the gift in your trial. He wrapped the gift in your tragedy. See, you didn't like the wrapping paper. Woo, oh, boy, I'm talking on this thing. You didn't like what the gift was wrapped in. It came with abuse. It came with suffering. It came with poverty. It came with being despised and rejected. So you never opened the gift. Ooh, look here. I'm talking to somebody now. You say, Brother Khan, what does a gift have to do with superpowers? The superpower is your gift. And Steve Harvey said it like this. He said, your gift is the thing that you do the very best with the least amount of effort. The gift is something nobody taught you. Nobody showed you how to do that thing you know how to do. You didn't go to school to learn it. You just had a natural inclination. You had a natural ability. Nobody taught you how to sing, but you could hit all the notes. Nobody taught you how to play the keyboard, but you know how to play by ear. But you sitting around and you broke. You're sitting around one paycheck away from homelessness. Some of you might be homeless while you're listening. Why? Because you're not using the gift. Well, I don't know who I'm talking to, but if it's one person, I want you to get what I'm saying to you. This ain't no cap in my rap. If you would use the gift that God gave you, your world will begin to change overnight. I'm giving y'all the true story. When I joined digital real estate, talked about our great brother Ben X, I joined this program. You know, I saw these people making all this money. And y'all know I do it all, man. Hey, look. I'm a hustler. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a rapper. My dress game is good. You know, I be swagged out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good people person. I could do a lot of things, right? But when I joined digital real estate, Brother Jay, Brother Ben asked me after the class, he said, how you like the class? I said, oh man, this thing was all right. And one day I called Brother Ben and I said, so Brother Ben, with all the stuff you know I know how to do, what do you think I should be doing? Listen to his answer to me, y'all. He said, shoot. That is a word, y'all. That's black people word. Shoot. SHOOOOOOD. Shoot. That's the PG version of the other word. He said, shoot. Honestly, Brother Khan, I just like to hear you do more teaching. Y'all, I was so mad when I done paid this money to get in this man class. And he told me, Sister Keisha, he just want to hear me do more teaching. I said to myself, I've been teaching all this time. I ain't made no money. I ain't leveled up economically. I've been teaching all this time, though. But guess what? There's a scripture that says your gift will make room for you. But guess what I did? I accepted the guidance. I submitted, even though my brother was younger than me. He dropped that seed on me and said, I just want to hear you do more teaching. I said, well, shoot, ain't nobody taught me how to teach. Didn't I tell y'all? People will see your gift. They will see your superpower before you see it, because you trying to force the find instead of finding the force. I didn't realize teaching was a force. Ooh, I'm listening to myself too. So he said, teach. I said, okay, well, shoot, I've been teaching, but guess what? When you got a seed, if it's not in the right soil, it won't grow and germinate and produce plants. It won't produce a fruit because you got the seed in the wrong environment. I've been teaching offline. Oh, but this digital real estate thing, that was a whole new thing, right? I ain't never taught on Instagram. I ain't never taught on Facebook. I ain't never taught on TikTok. So I said, well, what I'm going to teach, though? I'm going to teach the same thing I was teaching offline to people like, y'all might have heard of this brother, student minister Nuri Muhammad. Oh, yeah, I used to teach him offline. Student assistant minister Jeffrey Muhammad in Chicago, Illinois, our headquarters. I taught him offline. See, Brother Will, I was teaching offline. I was teaching in that environment. But when I put those seeds of me teaching in another environment, people started discovering who I was. And I could say like Mystical, doom, 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 here I go, doom, doom, doom. I know y'all. That's what I started saying. Here I go. And they started discovering me, Brother Maximus. They started discovering Brother Young Khan Nadon. and I became this phenomenon, and I began to germinate and grow and sprout what seemed like overnight. But they didn't know I had been teaching for years offline. Remember this, family. Y'all put these in the notes. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan said that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him that a seed or a tree sends a root down long before it sends a shoot up. Ooh, I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back, for the people with the bad Wi-Fi. He said that a seed sends a root down long before it sends a shoot up. Ooh, that was a jewel right there now. See, some of y'all been doing what you've been doing for years. Some of y'all been cooking since y'all was young. Some of y'all been doing hair since y'all was little. Some of y'all been singing as far back as you was talking. But here's the question. Have you been singing in the right environment? Have you been cooking in the right environment? Have you been teaching in the right environment? Because your gift will make room for you. Have you been rapping in the right environment? But if you abort the mission before the seed has a chance to develop, you will destroy the gift and the superpower, and you will bury it. And if you bury the gift or the seed or the superpower, you will live a very unfulfilled life. I don't know if y'all ever saw, speaking of superheroes, the cartoon. I like the cartoon, The Incredibles. The Incredibles, they had these superpowers. Then they just got tired of it. They tried to go back to being normal. That's the thing. When you got the superpower and you try to just be regular, God don't let you be regular. He don't let you get no rest. He don't let you get peace at night. You're laying in your bed. You imagine Neo in the Matrix posed to break down the whole Matrix. The man is working a job in the cubicle. Imagine if Michael Jackson would have been working at Burger King. That's what you look like, doing the thing that you know God called you to do, but you don't have faith. So you say, but Brother Khan, man, I like to sing, but singing ain't paying the rent. I like to cook, but cooking ain't paying the bills. I like doing hair, but that ain't bringing no money. So I'ma just do what's making the money. And you sacrifice the superpower for a paycheck. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. We love talking about people selling out. Once you get to a certain, oh, you sold out. Yeah, you did. You sold out your superpower that God himself gave you for a regular old 9-to-5 job that you can't stand. To sit next to a stanky breath coworker that you don't even want to talk to him and say good morning, because that good morning breath gonna come and melt your hairdo. Yeah, that's what you sold out. You gave the superpower up. I'm just saying. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. I'm just saying now, you the superhero. You thought it was them, but it's really you. Watch this, y'all. We almost there. Watch this. God, he gave us two gifts. He gave us a gift collectively, and he gave us gifts individually. Ooh, you say, well, Brother Khan, wait a minute now. He gave us a gift collectively. Why? First of all, he got all the superpowers. God can fly. He can make bees fly when bees, according to the laws of the enemy, the bee ain't even supposed to be able to fly. But God can make it fly. He can make a hummingbird flap its wings 4,000 times a minute. He can make your heart beat when you ain't thinking about it. He can make your eyes blink and you ain't got to think about it. Yeah, God got all the superpower. So the all powerful says to us, I'm going to share my powers with you. I'm going to give you one. 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 He's like the Oprah Winfrey of the universe. You get a gift and 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 you get a gift. You know, Oprah just tell everybody, look under their seat. And you'll see a card, or you'll see a trip, or you'll see a vacation. That's what God is telling you. Look under your seat, because he put something up under there. Now watch this. Well, Brother Khan, what gift did God give us collectively? God heard our story. He heard our trials. He witnessed our tragedies. And he responded to our trial and our story. He understood our pain. So guess what God did? He came himself in 1930. Oh, y'all didn't know how I was going to tie that in, did you? I said, God himself, the ultimate superpower, the one that the Bible and the Quran said would manifest himself. He personally came and gave us a collective gift. What was the gift? He actually gave us multiple gifts. He gave us the gift of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He gave us supreme wisdom. He gave us the measurements of the universe. He taught us a supreme and a superior wisdom to make us the new rulers of the heavens and the earth for all that we have suffered. Oh yeah, he gave us a collective superpower. He gave us something called the mother plane. A half a mile by a half a mile with technology on it that's at least 1,000,000 miles or 1,000,000 years ahead of anything that the Caucasian got in the highest levels of government and military. Yeah, he gave us that. He paid for it. See, we get into the gift and we get into the giver. But guess what? He didn't stop there. Not only did he give us knowledge, not only did he give us wisdom and understanding, not only did he teach us supreme wisdom, not only did he come to give us life and give it to us more abundantly, not only did he teach us how to eat to live, not only did he teach us what to eat, but he put that knowledge in the head of a black man from Sandersville, Georgia, named Elijah Muhammad. Oh, that's another gift. Collectively, he gave us that gift. Oh yeah, he gave us the Christ. All our life we've been looking for Jesus, but we thought that he was a Harley Davidson riding, motorcycle driving, tobacco chewing, snuff dipping, Caucasian mayonnaise mafia man. We thought Jesus was a Neanderthal. We thought he was from the Neanderthal nation. We thought he was a Harley Davidson motorcycle driver. We didn't know he was black, like us. Oh, that's another gift right there, Brother Ronald. See, God gave himself in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Then he said, I'm going to give an extension of myself. I'm going to raise one of y'all and I'm going to teach him. And that one man will have power. So we're talking about superpower. He will have power over everything in the universe itself except for me. I'm going to give y'all that gift. That gift is going to be called Elijah Muhammad. But here's the question. Do we collectively accept that gift or do we reject it? Do we say the gift wasn't the right color? Do we say the gift didn't sound right? Do we say the gift didn't talk right? Do we say the gift only went to the 3rd grade? Do we say the gift is a Southern boy from Georgia? We didn't like the packaging of the gift, so we rejected the gift. God said, you know what? I'm gonna give you some more gifts. I'm gonna give you a gift called Marcus Garvey. I'm gonna give you a gift called Noble Drew Ali. I'm gonna give you a gift called Malcolm X. I'm gonna give you a gift called Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna give you a gift called the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Or I'm gonna give you another gift called Nuri Muhammad. I'm gonna give you a gift called Brother BNX. I'm gonna give you a gift called 19 Keys. I'm gonna give you another gift called Young Canada. Why am I giving you all these gifts? I'm gonna give you all these gifts collectively so that you can have money, good homes, friendship, and all walks of life. But you can't access it if you don't unwrap the gifts. And these collective gifts are only a sign of the gift that's sitting in you. Ooh, come on now, come on now, come on. But then guess what? He didn't stop there. Not only did he give us a collective gift, he gave us individual gifts. But the question I ask you is, do you accept the gift? Some of y'all call yourself Christians. Some of you call yourself Muslims, but you're a broke Muslim. Oh, I'm just going to talk to the Muslims for a minute. You call yourself a Muslim with the gift of supreme wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you broke as two jokes. You broke as one of them jokes that Cat Williams said them other comedians couldn't even tell. You brokety broke. But you got the gift. How? How, Sway? Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. How we got the supreme gifts from the supreme being and we broke, starving, and gangbanging? How are we suffering? It is because we did not unwrap the gift. Some of y'all been registered 10 years. Some of y'all got an X 20 years ago. Some of y'all been in the mosque since before the mosque even was a mosque. And you still don't have the ability to draw flies with a bag of manure. Ooh, I know. You say, Brother Khan, you hitting us. Well, that's part of my job. That's part of my superpower. The ability to hit. Man, I hope y'all all right. Y'all getting a little quiet in these comments. You say, well, Brother Khan, I agree with you. We ain't open the gifts. That's why we hurting. We ain't open the gift. That's why we ain't got no money. But wait a minute now. He came and said that he promised us. What did he promise us, y'all? I'm talking to the Muslims now. What did he promise us? Money. Good homes with an S on the end. Friendships. A few friends. Houdini asked the question. They said, friends, how many of us have them? He promised us friendship in all walks of life. So if you ain't got no friends, you ain't got no good homes, you ain't got no luxury. What is luxury? Luxury is the most expensive, but not necessary. If he came to give us all of that and we don't have it, is it the giver of the gift? Or is it the one that has not opened the gift yet? You say, Brother, come on, man, you cooking, bro. You're making sense to me. But guess what? Did y'all notice? We didn't touch on them, but we're going to talk about them for about 2 minutes. All of the superheroes have a nemesis. They have an arch enemy. Superman had Lex Luthor. Spider-Man had the Green Goblin. Batman had the Joker. Wonder Woman had Ares. Y'all, tell me who some of the other, who did the superhero? For every superhero, there's a super enemy. There is a super villain. Am I right or wrong? I remember one time Spider-Man, it was the red and blue Spider-Man, then there was a black Spider-Man. See, There you go, Sister Randy. Wherever there is able, what did we say a superpower was? It is an extraordinary or special ability that is greater than what is considered normal. Whatever you're able to do better than somebody else, guess what? You have an enemy. And the Quran bears witness and said, we have made an enemy for you in every time. I said, golly, Allah, why would you put an enemy for me in every town? Because how do you know if you are a champion and you don't have no opponent? How you the heavyweight champion ain't knocking nobody out? How you the world champion ain't beat no other teams? See, you false flag. You out here trying to make the world think you a super Muslim. You a super Christian, but you ain't defeated nobody in the devil's army. And you broke, and you're poor, and you're lonely. Come on now. We off. It's because we ain't unwrapped the gift. Now watch this. The same process that the superhero went through, the framework, the struggle framework, the villain went through the struggle too. The villain had a story. The villain had trials. But how did the villain respond? Did the villain respond to the trial, or did they react to the trial? I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to be honest and ask yourself, am I a superhero or am I the villain? Some of y'all the villain in your own story. Oh, let's think about that now. But see, the villain, look at this. Brother Will, check this out. The villain, when the trial and the tragedy, that ain't what the T stand for the villain. The T in struggle for the villain stands for targets and terror. Who does the villain terrify? Who does the villain terrorize? Who does the villain target? They target the superhero. Oh, the villain, the R don't stand for respond for the villain. The R stands for react and rebel. The U don't stand for understand for the villain. The U stands for undermine, undercut, and undo. Are you the superhero or are you the villain in your own story? Oh man, that G don't stand for grow for the villain, family. The G stands for greed. The G stands for groupies. Yeah, the villain want groupies. The villain is greedy. The villain want to take but don't want to give. That second G don't stand for guidance, because for the villain, the G stands for get back. The G stands for gain control. The G stands for be a gatekeeper. The L don't stand for love for the villain, family. The L stands for lust, for leverage, to mislead the lost. Oh man, I'm cooking on this thing. The E for the villain does not stand for empower and enhance. It stands for ego that's energized with envy and evil. But guess what? Every superhero got a dark side. The moon got a dark side. But guess what? All we see is the light. So if you're going to be the superhero or the villain, that's a choice you got to make. Oh, man, that's why for every Superman, there's a Lex Luthor. For every Flash Gordon, there's a Reverse Flash. For every Hulk, there's an Abomination. For every Spider-Man, there's a Green Goblin. Oh, man. You say, well, Brother Khan, you done made me think. If y'all thinking, if you got an iPhone, I need you to put the thinking emoji. If you're thinking, if you ain't got one, just type in the comments thinking. Boy, you got me thinking. Because guess what? I got something for you right here. Watch this. Did y'all know that 2024, when you add it up, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8? Is that right? So 2024 is 8. 8 is the year of manifestation. 8 is the year of infinity. 8 is the year of whatever you are, bringing it out. It's the year of manifestation, family. And did you know that the 8th chapter of the Holy Quran is called voluntary gifts? You got to be willing to unwrap the gift. So guess what? In the spirit of that 8, I'm going to leave y'all with 8 questions and 8 keys to unwrap, unlock, uncover, and discover your gift. Now, this for everybody that said, I didn't know. I hope y'all write this down. I'm going to give you 8 questions, 8 keys. Watch this now. Question number 1. This is for all my IDKs, those that don't know their gift. Question number 1, I want you to ask yourself, who do I admire and why? That's the first question. That's the first key. That's going to help you unlock. Who do I admire and why? Do you notice that your favorite characters in a movie, your favorite superheroes, the one that you relate to and the one you identify with is because you see some of yourself in them? Yeah, that's why you like that superhero. You might like the villain. If you like the villain, it's because you see the villain in yourself in that one. Oh, who do I admire and why? That's their story that you're looking at. See, you admire Brother Ben. Why? Because you know his story. Question number 2, key number 2, for all those that don't know. Number 2, what feels effortless and makes me lose track of time? What feels effortless and makes me lose track of time? Question or key number 3. What makes me feel fearless? Oh, when you got your superpower, you'll challenge anything. But if you don't know what your superpower is, see, you're gonna be a little shaky in the boots. Question number 4. Key number 4. What makes me different? What makes me different? Because that's a part of your superpower. Number 5. Key number 5. Question number 5. What did I love to do naturally as a child? I'm giving you the keys to unwrap the gift, family. You might have to watch the replay and take notes if you ain't taking them now. Question number 6. Key number 6. What is clear to me but cloudy to others? See, if you can play music by ear, that's clear to you. But if I can't, that's cloudy to me. What's clear to you that's cloudy to other people? That's an indication of what your superpower is. Now watch this. Everybody, I want you to put in the comments, not the question, but the answer. What is your favorite color? Just y'all put them in the comments. Just put your favorite color in the comments. Favorite color. Red, blue, okay. Blue, purple, lavender, purple, green, yellow. Okay, I see y'all cooking. Favorite color. Now, as you're typing your favorite color, I want you to, this is a 2-part key in question. With your favorite color, I want you to put in the comments 3 words that best describe how that color makes you feel. Don't think about it, just type it. When you think about your favorite color, how does it make you feel? 3 words, just start typing. We got 5 minutes. How does that color make you feel? It has to be a feeling. How does it make you feel? How does that color make you feel? Yeah, keep typing. And I want y'all know, don't overthink it. How does it make you feel? Now, the significance of this question and the significance of this key is the answers that you give about how that color makes you feel. That question is designed to tell you how people see you. Ooh, y'all didn't catch that. I say your favorite color and how you said that color made you feel. Whatever your answer was, is the way people see you. But often the way that they see you ain't the way you see yourself. Oh man, I'm cooking. I ain't got time to break it all the way down. I don't want to drop that on you. Question or key number 8. This is what I want you to ask. I want you to pick 3 people. It could be your friends, your family, your co-workers. It does not matter. Pick 3 people today. And I want you to ask them this question. They don't know it, but it's a key to you unwrapping your gift. I want you to ask them this question. What amazes you about me? Here's that question and that key again. What amazes you about me? And just open your ears and listen, because they can see the gift. They can see your superpower. You just been denying it and you've been rejecting it. But if you can accept what they start to tell you, you can begin to tap in. And for a bonus question, a bonus key, what would you do if money didn't matter? That's another key, family, to unlock the gift. So I'm going to end it right there. I thank y'all. Brother Ben been texting me. I don't know what he been texting me, screenshots. But on behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I pray that you accept the gift of God in the form of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I pray that you accept the gift in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. I pray that you accept the gift that he gave us in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I pray that you accept the gift that he gave you. And if you take this and break this thing apart, you will find your superpower that you've been looking for all along. I thank y'all. I leave y'all with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. I'm out of here. I don't know if I went over the time or whatever, Brother Ben, but I just wanted to get all of that out. If I help one person on this call, I did my job. So with that being said, Brother Ben, assalamu alaikum. Thank y'all.
Man, all praise is due to Allah. Told y'all this is going to be good. Instagram, somebody said, I needed this today. Thank you. Oh, in my soul, I'm going to be real. I'm a real one. Change the world. Appreciate you. Thanks, Coach Khan. Oh, man, they loving it. They loving it on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So we don't have much time, family. We got about 30 minutes. Go ahead and press the number 1 if you got something that you would like to share, something that stood out for you about what our brother Coach Khan, the Don, said today. Somebody said, I definitely needed this on Instagram. Oh, yeah, he was on fire today. Come on, y'all. Press the number 1 over on the Zoom, on the Zoom, on the Zoom. If you're on the power call with us this morning, go ahead and press the number 1 if you have something that you would like to share. Now, all y'all who was giving that feedback in the I know he done touched you because I seen y'all in the comments bearing witness. So let's give some feedback today. One thing that stood out for me, I'll go ahead and go first, kick it off, is when he was talking about many of us have a gift, but because of the way we don't like the rapper, we haven't unwrapped it. And how would you feel if you worked all that time, you done worked hard, you done spent time, you done thought about them, and you give them a gift and they don't unwrap it? And they don't unwrap it, how would you feel? So how do we feel, or how do we think the God feels when he has given us a gift and we haven't wrapped it? We haven't even, if you still celebrate Christmas, you ain't even looked under your tree. He done told you, hey man, I got you a gift. You haven't even attempted to open it because of fear, self-doubt, something that somebody done put in your head. Can you imagine that? See, Brother Coach Khan, we're not even talking about where they done seen the gift and they open up the gift and find out, I really don't like it. Some of us haven't even opened it up. Some of us ain't even ripped the wrap at all to see what the God has given us. We so wrapped up into this world, working and fulfilling somebody else's dream when he have our dream waiting on us behind opening the gift. And then not just opening the gift, but using the gift. So that was one of the things that stood out, to me, man. Many of us, ain't even tried to open it. Let's go to Sister Yolanda. Sister Yolanda.
Wow, Coach Khan, how you get up all in my lap and slap me and step on my toes? Good God Almighty. So, one thing that stood out for me was when Coach Khan mentioned the acronyms. And he went through expounding on what the letter stood for. And that brought me back into remembering a call we had when you mentioned Brother Ben, something about through your pain, you birth. I'm paraphrasing totally. Through your pain, you could birth your success. So tell your story. When he broke that down, the birth into your success, how you respond is a prerequisite to building your success. Am I going to turn this bad into something for my good? Dang. I said, good God Almighty. Wait a minute. What he done got? You got these 14 billion brain cells over here. Maybe 10 of them might be like, hey, come on, Yolanda, Sister Yolanda, you got to get that together. Come on, get yourself together. And then a seed sends root down before it shoots up. So in my mind, self say, okay, self, think about trusting the process. You got to start from the bottom. So you may, get hit at the knees or whatever, chop down, and you go down. That root went down first. But nevertheless, what is my response in all of that? My response, am I responding in a proper manner? And through all these teachings, these power call, my espresso shots, look forward to shooting up. It gave me something to look forward to. So as we going through this call this morning, I reflected on myself as I was growing up, and I was like, I don't really have a tragedy. I don't have no traumas. But I got to take a deeper look at myself. It'll be the small things. And the one thing I remember as I shared on the power call in the notes with and Sister Shelon and Sister Melva had commented, my siblings used to tell me, because I was a little chubby checker going down south every summer, they were like, oh, they're going to have to shoot you with an elephant gun to kill you. And I'm like, well, why would anybody want to kill me? I ain't do nothing. It all came full circle just now. Not kill me physically, but kill the spirit that I possess. Because it don't matter what come my way, I'm going to see my way through, and my faith without works is dead. But now I got to dig a little deeper coming into this retirement. I got a couple things on my plate, like gardening and speaking, how I make my gift make room for me. So I got some homework to do over here. It's 2024. As he hit, I forgot how he broke down the 2024 and coming up to the summer 8, but in Surah 8 is voluntary gifts. Woo!
Yes, ma'am.
Sit back and answer all these questions. I thank you for bringing Coach Khan to the forefront today to speak to us to kickstart this 2024. All right. Happy Savior's Day.
Yes, ma'am. Happy Savior's Day. We're going to go to a 2 to 3 minute time limit due to the lack of time. We want to get as many people in as possible. I see a sister say, Coach Khan, your superpower is teaching. See, I told you. I knew it. I told you all I got to do is get. Now, he didn't tell you how much he done made since he done came in the program. I'm going to let him tell you that now. Hey. But he done made that. He done let that gift make a little room for him. All right, let's go to Brother Will is up next.
Peace, family. Man, this was an amazing call. This was actually my first call when I actually took notes while he was speaking, man, and it was great. Some of the things that stood out for me was when he was explaining the superheroes. He said a superhero represents good, works for the benefit for humanity, starts off as regular, and they all follow a pattern or framework. Um, man, I'm still taking it all in, but man, this was an amazing call, to the point where he was even talking about or break down the acronym for struggle, which reminded me of your song, Brother Ben, where struggle to success, one of the songs I listen to quite frequently. So just amazing call. He said that struggle means the story, and we the story that we tell ourselves versus the story that of what actually happened. The T stands for trial / tragedy, R for response, U for understanding, G for growth, another G for guidance, L for love, E for empowerment. Man, I'm taking it all in, brother. I know we short on time, so I'll leave everyone the same way I grade them. Peace.
Peace. Man, that's crazy. People still listen to that song. Man, I made that song. Man, you know, I made that song on my phone and put that thing out, and people would still be hitting me up saying they listen to that Struggle to Success song. I thought that was one of my worst songs. I was like, that's what's up, man. Brother Jay.
Peace, family. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, so it definitely was a fire call, man. I was just finna lay down. I've been at work since 8:00 last night. I was just finna lay down. I got the little notification from the Mighty Network. I'm like, nah, let me hop on here, man. So I'm glad I did. And it's crazy that it's January 2024, because actually like January 2023, like around the same time last year, actually Coach Khan, he done sat on the phone with me for like hours, like days at a time, like telling me the same thing. And helping me actually figure my gift out and whatnot. And I just want to say from 2023, like this time last year to now, I ain't gonna act like I crossed that finish line because I ain't there yet. But I didn't start it, I didn't start it. And basically when he was given the framework talking about struggling, the framework for a superhero is a being with force and power. So, it kind of make me think about and understand a little bit deeper about the teachings. If God gonna come and make us turn us all into gods, do he got a framework that he gonna use, which he do? That make me think about the teachings and whatnot. And not only do we get a framework to go by, but we get an example too. Because some people, they can get the instructions, but they need to see an example along with that. And we got multiple examples, great examples, in the minister and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as well. So it just made me, tie the two of those together. And also, I just wanted to mention, that Coach Khan, he been doing this because literally it's crazy. It's crazy how we in 2024, and he literally had this conversation with me this time last year. It's crazy, man. But yeah, this definitely was a fire call.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I done skipped Sister Yesenia. I don't know how. That's them 2024 hours, man. I done skipped. You know what? I think I like that. You said something, man. I think I might do one called The Framework of God. Oh, that sounds like a neat one there, man. Ooh, I might come on. I might have to get my velvet on and do the framework of God. Woo-wee. Let's go to Sister Yesenia.
Guess we're beefing, Brother Ben. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Coach Khan. This was very, very, very empowering. And it reminded me of the quote, your attitude determines your altitude. And what I appreciated was not only did you give the acronyms for the superhero, but also for the villains for us to weigh where we are. And one of the things that you said was, if you don't grow through the process, you won't grow your superpowers. And that's one that I'm really going to use, because it's a reminder to not stop growing, to continue to stay in the cultivation of becoming who I am and who I am destined to become. And the last one is, the reminder that you can't go back to being regular, once you've developed your superpowers. It's really, mundane anyway, because there's nothing to go back to. And as I teach my clients, when you have a desire, it's if we don't cultivate the desire does not go away. You just die with the desire. So why not cultivate the desire? So thank you for this. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Sister Andrea or Andrea? Going once. Going twice. Sister Andrea. All right, let's go to Sister Brianna.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Wow. Well, y'all done said so much of what I was going to say. So what I will add is one of the parts is, are you the villain in your life or are you the superhero? Right? So, and something I get conflicted with, and maybe it's one and the same conflicted in it, is what comes natural to me, just like my personality. Y'all know I'm high energy, right? So I consider that as one of my superpowers, but is that really just my personality? You know what I mean? So it's like, man, yeah, y'all done hit it. Y'all done hit what I was saying. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for sharing. Sister,
excuse me. I'm sorry, Brother Ben. May I say this to my sister? That energy and that spirit that you possess, first of all, thank everybody else that spoke so far, but I just wanted to say this to my sister. That energy and spirit that you possess, it literally lights up the room. Anybody this is what I see. When I ask that question about what is amazing, your spirit is amazing. I don't know what you go through or what you deal with, but we never feel it, whatever that is, because you exhibit and exude so much pleasant energy that it's infectious. So now, if that is not something that just I'm telling you, but other people see it as well, all you have to do now is begin to work on how can you bottle that energy? How can you package it, since that's your gift, and give it to somebody else in a way that they will receive it? When you start to wrap your head around that, you will start to make money and unlock all of these things that you're working for. But know that that's one of your superpowers, and God can give us multiple powers. Some superheroes got a lot of powers. Some he just give one, but everybody got at least one. But most of us have multiple. But the main one is a sign of all of the other ones. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sister Fran.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I just want to start off by saying thank you again, Coach Khan, for the message, Brother Khan. I've been watching Brother Ben X for about maybe 6 or 7 months now, and I was guided this way, and I truly enjoy. And today's my first time coming on. And I just want to say what stood out to me was growth. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day because of what I've been going through. But I said, when I look back now and I realize all those things, even though I didn't like when it was going on, I look back now, it's like, if I didn't go through that, man, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't feel how I feel today. I have peace from certain things. So when certain things occur with my kids, I know how to deal with it. And one other thing about the gifts, one good example, especially gifts for kids, when my son is opening a birthday card or something, and the first thing he's looking for is money. But I'm trying to teach him to appreciate better the words that come out of that card and not just the money. But I do appreciate you letting me come on and talk. I was always nervous. I'm not a big social media person, but thank you so much for the message. It really did something for me. And what I know people have seen in me that they say all the time is speaking, because I'm very social, and singing. And so the speaking piece, I think this is confirmation for me because I've had a plan of what I wanted to do with my speaking, and I think this was confirmation. So thank you.
Did you say singing?
Yeah, speaking and singing.
Yeah, I hear a little Fantasia in there. I hear that. Yeah, I hear that little rasp in there.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
go on, intro us something real quick sometime this year.
Oh,
Let's go to
okay.
I ain't gonna have you do it now. I know it's your first time. I ain't gonna throw it on you now. But yeah, sometime this year we want to hear a little something. Maybe you and Coach Khan and I'll be on a remix. You know, quick get a good little song going.
That's right.
Yeah. Shoot. I'll be looking for some soul singing for my hooks. Let's go to Brother Daniel 6X.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I tuned in this morning. The subject itself is invaluable because I can remember when the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan said that some of us live our whole life and never even consider what our purpose is. So to even bring this subject to the forefront in the way that the brother presented it, even if somebody wasn't thinking about their purpose, you're not going to leave this and not consider, why am I here? So that for sure was accomplished. Now, being one who's 51 and is in a more comprehensive search for my purpose, this is a beautiful and timely message, brother. I want to thank Allah for Brother Ben and yourself because you said some things that's aiding your brother. One that comes to mind is, I only got for 3 minutes. It's natural. What you do natural is most likely what you was born to do. And two, you said it's so natural, you pretty much ignore it and you do it so well, you think it's not really a gift or your purpose. So that stood out to me because it made me really reflect and say, I take the natural for granted. So I got to be more grateful and look at the natural and see what naturally am I doing and how does people respond to that natural thing that I'm doing and it benefits. And the last thing is the color. When you did the color thing, I never thought about that. And I listed strength, feeling of belongingness and peace. So that kind of made me reflect. When I put blue, those characteristics come to me? So I found that to be very powerful. When you mentioned the number 8 about voluntary gifts and this being that year, those things hit your brother. And I'm definitely more ambitious, more encouraged, and got a little more in my belt to try to find my purpose because I won't be happy, not truly happy, until I find that purpose. And no, I'm not worried about age either. The way you lay that out, I'm not concerned with the fact that I'm 51.
Go ahead.
Man, that's deep. 51. So those of us who are young, one of our purposes is to find our aim and to find our purpose. And we have to think about it like this. This is a question. If we have not discovered our purpose, what have we been doing up until this time? If I have been living for years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I have not discovered my aim and my purpose, what has been on my mind and what have I been doing? Because do it take that long to find it, or have we been distracted, or have we been too consumed with something else where we haven't had time to discover what my purpose is? Because I'm willing to bet it can take a good week. And you do what Coach Khan said, ask 3 people, you write it down, you think about it, man, what do I do best? I'm pretty sure in a week we could figure out what our purpose is, what our aim is, what our goal is. We could really discover it if we ask those questions, but we haven't thought about even doing it. Asking 5 people, man, what do you see in me, man, that I probably don't see him? We ain't thought about it until Coach Khan said that today. So up until this time, what have we been thinking about? What has our purpose been? Has it been to discover why I'm even here? Or has it been, let me get a little money so I can pay my bill? I got to take care of this. I got to come do that. I got to just just working. But we haven't even discovered. Why did God allow and permit me to even be created? Something to think about. Let's go to Brother Timothy. On somebody said on someone else's purpose. Woo! Go ahead.
Hopefully my service stay good during this little process. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us what separates man from beast is the ability to acquire and obtain knowledge. Brother Coach Khan was teaching what's your superpower. And on my journey, I've discovered being an architect in my life is that superpower for me. Acquiring and obtaining knowledge from my past allows me to be that superhuman that I need to be today. Acquiring the knowledge and understanding of my past is what's allowing me to be the architect in my life. And the more I expose people to the teachings and it can do any good for them, that's how I know that I've done my job. And helping them discover their superpower, which is knowledge and self-worth and knowledge of self. Student Minister Nuri Muhammad says, and I'm just paraphrasing, he says, like anything that grows, if you feed faith, it would then be the construct of your life. So a lot of us, I feel, lack the understanding and the blueprint, which is our foundation, which stems from the past. A lot of us might not be healed from the past. I heard a lecture last night. If you heal that girl, you will then become that woman that you need to be. And if you heal that boy, you will then grow to be that man that you need to be. And that's what really stood out to me. And Coach Khan, you was on point today. That made me think about a lot. And I'm going to go back and listen to this again and just take down a lot of notes. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. All right, we are going to end off with brother. Never mind, we got a little time. We got brother Maximus, and then we're going to end off with brother Marcus. And then I got a message from the minister I would like to share.
Assalamu alaikum, family. What stood out to me was trials and tragedy, because when we going through stuff, are we able to, and it links to response, how do we respond to it? Are we able to see the God in us when we're going through tragedy and trial? And then can we make that tragedy and trial our bestseller, our story from what we went through and experienced and overcame? And when I thought about when Brother Ben X asked about our purpose and how we sometimes are distracted from finding our purpose because of circumstances and distractions, our purpose doesn't even become a thought until the question is asked. Because of life, we get caught up in working and other things, and we neglect ourselves for others, whether it's for our boss at our job or whatever, or bills or stuff like that. And we neglect and become complacent as far as our purpose. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Brother Marcus? Brother Marcus?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
And happy Savior's Day to everybody. And may we all have a blessed new year. Praise due to Allah. I just want to say all praise due to Allah for Brother Young Khan the Don. I mean, the brother really brought it. He really brought it. And I remember when he first spoke, when I first heard him speak up here, I was like, man, this brother deep. So when he came up today, he just took it to a whole new level. And I took a whole lot of notes, but I'm going to summarize basically what I got from it. The brother, Young Khan the Don, he spoke about trials and he spoke about gifts. And matter of fact, if we look at the word gift, the brother used gift, I believe, the most out of every single word that he used. He broke down gifts on all kind of different levels. And so that's something that we should look into. When you want to master any subject, you want to study the root. You want to study the vocabulary of whatever you're trying to learn. Everything, from what I've learned, everything in existence has its own language and its own grammar. Mathematics has its own language and its grammar. From arithmetic to calculus and beyond, they have their own language and their own grammar. So we should go back and re-listen to what we heard today and discover what is the grammar and what is the language the underlining message that our brother gave, and I tell you, it was powerful. To share something personal real quick, you know, I've been blessed to understand the nature of some of my gifts that Allah has blessed us all with. We're taught that Allah has blessed us all with unique gifts that we need to discover and then be found doing it. I've been blessed with the ability to take abstract concepts in science, truth, scripture, mathematics, and language, etc., and reconstruct these concepts, these factors, these sparks of light into concrete terms or spectrums that anybody can understand. And throughout the years, and I'm still learning more. I believe that anybody, spiritual people especially, who are close to Allah, who are close to God, can teach and help anybody discover their special gifts, their superpowers. And so basically to conclude, Sister Minister Ava Muhammad taught on how in the 20s, the American educational system changed their paradigm from one that brought an individual's gifts and talents out of them into one that basically killed the God factor. They basically grouped everybody up and gave them a particular doctrine. But before, in the 20s and stuff like that, the educational system was more focused on listening to that individual and bringing the God out of them, bringing the artistic talent out of them. And this is something that is how the original man.
All right, if you may have been muted because of the time. We got the three minutes. All right, so I wanted to read this as we close out, and thank everybody for sharing your thoughts, because we talking about aim and purpose here. So I wanted to give us really a alley-oop, right? Oh, that has been reinstated. No, just for today. So I gave a warning. I gave a warning. I said, hey, we 2 to 3 minutes on the time. So no, it's not reinstated, but today, due to I got a meeting at 11:30, we did have to do it. So this is from Closing the Gap. This is page. It's really not even the page. It's the first page of the introduction, right? Look at what it states here. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated that the ultimate aim and purpose. Now we've been talking about aim and purpose. The ultimate aim and purpose of Master Fard Muhammad was and is, y'all ready for this? To make each one into a God. All right, now we talking about those of us who are following God, right? We following Christ, right? A Christian, we're taught, is one who is crystallized in oneness with God, following the example of Jesus Christ, right? John 14:12 says, those who believe will be found doing the works that I'm doing, even greater, he said. It's Jesus talking now. He said even greater. And what is a Muslim? A Muslim is one who submits their will. Hey, man, I got some stuff I want to do. Hey, I want to come do this here. It says a Muslim is one who submits their will to do the will of God. Jesus said, not my will be done, but what? Thy will be done. So it's clear. We ain't even got to really search for it, y'all. We're finna give it to you. So if that is his purpose, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wouldn't have a purpose except for the purpose of the Master, and Minister Louis Farrakhan wouldn't have a purpose except for the purpose of the student of the Master, then it is safe to say that the ultimate aim and purpose of Minister Louis Farrakhan is the same as the Master, to make each one of us into a God. Now, I know you got your own thing you want to do, but if we submit our will, if it says here that, look, except for the purpose of the student of the Master, well, if you ask me what my aim and purpose is, hey, my purpose is the student of the Master, right? So our aim and purpose is to make each one of us into a God. But how do we close that gap? Here we go. What's the gap? Let's talk about it. For this cause I have come into the world, said Jesus, ultimately to be the bridge that connects and binds man back to his original state. The reason many of us are off track, don't know our aim and purpose, because we have been separated and we're not our original state. So his purpose is to, or aim is to bridge and connect and bind man back where there is no gap in thought, where there is no separation between man and God. This couldn't be achieved by Jesus or any messengers of Allah unless they themselves went through the process or actually stood in the gap between man and God. Well, where exactly is the gap? We may be asking, right? It is, he says, it was put like this in the Old Testament. My thoughts are not your thoughts, and neither are my ways your ways. Mine are from above, while yours are from beneath. Now, those of y'all who still in Spookville and you thinking above is up there in the sky, hold on, don't go nowhere yet. He said, then it went on to say that as the rain falls down from heaven, so shall my word be that cometh out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish what I will and prosper whereunto I send it. It's clear by this statement that someone is operating or thinking on a higher level and therefore able to do greater things and accomplish more than one who is operating beneath. So there forms a gap or difference in the results of a person whose thoughts are from above and the persons whose thoughts are from beneath. I seen a sister there in the comments said, I've been doing hair, I've been doing nails since I was younger, and I done spent 16 years on the job. Well, there are other sisters that do hair, that do nails, that do that, but they ain't been on no job. Have they probably just have a higher thought process. It's not that you're lacking skill. It's not that we lacking the gift, because God done gave us the gift. What we lacking is the thought process to take us where we want to go. All right, here we go. Then he says, the gap exists in the thought consciousness. And if the gap exists in thought, then the gap can be closed by thought. Ooh, he giving us the blueprint here. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What is the substance? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that thought can be measured. It travels at the speed of 24 billion miles per second. Is thought substance? And if thought is substance, how do we transfer that substance into material evidence? You heard Brother Coach Khan get that evidence, get that game to Sister Brianna. He said, all you got to learn how to do is package it and then give the gift to others, and then you will find a way to bring and attract money to yourself. He's saying the same thing that's in Closing the Gap. He's a student. Y'all know that. We are told in the scriptures now that as a man or woman thinketh in his heart, so is he. At no time does man ever manifest. Now this is where Brother Jabril hit us hard. At no time does man ever manifest or experience anything that he is not conscious of being. Watch this. He said, try as you might to fight the circumstances, situations, or people, it is like shattering a full body mirror. Watch this, y'all. This the cold part. He says you are only fighting the image, not the source of the image. He said, which is your consciousness. Everything in your life, from the way that your furniture is arranged to the way your life events play out, is a direct result of the sum total of your thoughts. Brother Jabril, man, he said, we war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. The high place is your mind. The scriptures say Jesus went up on the mountain to pray, and there Satan tempted him. Well, where is Satan? Where was Satan? Come on, this ain't spooky now. In his mind, Jesus went up, and in his attempt to reach higher levels of awareness of himself, he found the devil. And all devil mean, he found a contrary thought. All right? Opposition. And he said, I heard an R&B singer say about his climb to the top. On every level, there's a new devil. So I just want to end with that, family, from closing the gap. I don't know who that was for. I don't know who that touched. But all of our aim, whether we want to accept it or not, our aim is to make each one of us into gods, but we do it differently. This is why you hear the minister say one rap song is worth 1,000 sermons. You don't see the minister condemning the rappers. We'll do it because we underdeveloped. We done got cleaned up. Oh, I can't believe they cussing. I can't believe they twerking. But how can we say that? How do we say that? And then the minister says this. Let me end with this. How do we have that attitude, but this the minister attitude? Look at the minister. The minister says, so at the core of your being, you are the righteous, all of you. But if we were to judge you by what you do, we would run away from you. Now listen to what the minister says. This us. Forget them niggas. I'm unfollowing everybody. That ain't the minister. The minister says, the more evil you are, the more I run to you. That's the minister's spirit. The minister says, and you never hear me saying to the drug dealer, you know good so-and-so, I don't like what you do, but I know why you're doing it. I don't like the killing going on between us, but I know the hand that's behind it. So I cannot judge you by your present actions of evil because your good is buried. Your righteous nature is buried under the circumstances of your life. So I'll look beyond your faults and I see your needs. That's the minister spirit right there. Us, we see your brother mess up. We finna blow that. We finna set on the worst part of the planet Earth. He teaches us and gives us an example of settling on the best part of the planet Earth. So what I want us to leave with this is we got our aim and a purpose. Now, what is my gift to what is my vehicle, which is your gift to get to that aim? It may be music. It may be singing. It may be teaching. It may be being the administrator for the teacher. It may be graphics. It may be organizing. Don't try to take somebody else's gift. All of us got the same aim and purpose, but it's going to get done a different way. Some brothers are excellent with the final call. Some people are excellent on social media. Don't condemn the brother who on the corner and don't condemn the brother who on social media. We all on the same team with the same aim and purpose. Don't let the point guard shouldn't be mad at the big man because when he driven the ball down the court, he lose the ball. That's because you need to go get the ball from him. You get your butt down there under the goal. You 6'7" trying to be the point guard. Now let me do my thing and throw you the alley hoop so you can dunk on somebody. But we're on the same team. We may do different things. We may play different roles. My gift may be ball handler. I can't dunk in the game, but you can. I'm going to use you where you need to be. You use me where we need to be because we got the same aim and purpose to go out here and make each person into a God. And you know the first one that we need to help make to a God? Ourselves. Yeah, ourselves. Brother Coach Khan said we see God in everybody else but ourselves. So if we start with the God within and we resurrect ourselves, now we are armed with the tools to go out there and raise somebody else up, not by ourselves, but by Allah's permission. So I thank you all for listening this morning. Coach Khan did a beautiful job as always. And make sure y'all go show him some love. Follow him on Instagram at Young Khan the Don. Follow him on Instagram at Young Khan the Don. So I got to go. I'm 1 minute late. Assalamu alaikum and y'all have a blacktastic day. Peace.
Is Brother Ben here? Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister.